Hiring Hoosiers, an initiative from RTV6 that works to connect you to jobs, career development resources, training programs, and educational paths. So RTV6 is telling stories that focus on opening doors, growing skills, and finding new options for your job and your life. This is RTV6's Hiring Hoosiers Report. The jobs of tomorrow, of course, matter, and so do the jobs of today, but so will the people who will fill them in the future. Schools play a key role in preparing the future workforce with skills that can stand the test of time. Today we visit Decatur Township Schools as we begin a new segment called Classroom to Career. What happens here? This is like a cool millennial space.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and this is really based off of Stanford University's design thinking model, and the whole premise behind it is that you take critical thinking and project-based learning and you bring students together into an environment where, one, they're comfortable, they're allowed the ability to interact and move about and really be hands-on and get really invested into solving problems that can be applicable to real-world issues and get those solutions to where they're actually seeing application to learning. And so it's a lot more exciting when there's a reason behind what they need to learn. They get to truly learn that. In this kind of space, students ask to come and work here as opposed to possibly a classroom where the rows are all in alignment in the old school, the way you and I used to grow up with the chalkboard and all of those kind of things.
Well, old school worked for us, right? So,
evidently.
And the old school also always comes back. You speak to a lot of folks in industry. As the leader of this school system that are looking for the next generation of employees. They want to make sure that all the people you graduate or studying to college will hopefully come back and support the local economy. What are you hearing from them? And is this a critical space that will allow you to say, I have the best students in Marion County?
Yeah, this really captures the essence of what we're trying to do with the workplace. Of course, when students graduate from high school, we want to see the opportunities for them to go to college and things like that. But this space in here, in addition to college, really gives a long-term application and interview process for students to work with employers in real businesses and real jobs, some jobs that they're not even familiar with, and they're able to come together, problem solve, critically think, and actually the interview process isn't 1 hour or 30 minutes like you and I may experience, but it's really students taking a long-term project and employers saying, this is what I'm looking for, and students are able to show what they know.
We don't know what 2030 or 2050 will look like, but you have to be prepared to teach these young people, your kindergartners, right?
Right.
What that world looks like. How challenging is that? Because we just don't know where the technology is going. So what's the basis of our education? What do they have to have, no matter what's going to shift in technology to make them successful?
Those soft skills are critical regardless. When we were in school, or skills we're in school today, being able to interact and work with others, the critical thinking piece that I mentioned before, problem solving, all of those things are skills that everybody needs to have regardless of what year it is. But when you look at technology, that word gets thrown out so much, but it's really that innovation and how fast things adapt, change, and evolve so much faster than when we were students or children, that we want to continue pushing that envelope to allow students to be in the best position possible when those changes take place, be it today, be it 6 months from now, be it 5 years from now. What we try to do is really look at all the trends, all the opportunities that develop and evolve, and we try to integrate that just like this Innovation Hub right here. We try to put this accessible for our students so, again, we can put them in a position to be successful and have those options so that they can move on and have a life with a high-paid, high-skill, well-paying job.
Superintendent, thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Over the next couple of weeks, we'll return to the Innovation Hub there, Decatur Township, and show you the work that students are creating in that special space. Next week, we visit Washington Township Schools. Today, we're also looking at big push by IMPD to fill open positions. So what does it take to be an officer in the Circle City? RTV6's Lauren Casey talked with a retired officer and a more recent addition to the force to give you a better picture of what it takes to serve our city.
I've learned a lot. Today I found myself thanking God that I was a police officer.
After 28 years with the department, Sharon Franklin is now retired from IMPD.
The most rewarding part was meeting people in the community that cared about their neighborhood. The most challenging is you want to help and you want to have an answer for everything. As police officers, we condition ourselves to have a solution for every problem.
And she's not alone in her retirement. IMPD is considered an older department and has suffered a large number of retirements. And now, like many police departments across the state, they're in need of a new generation of officers.
I'm the first person in my family to become a law enforcement officer.
Filling Franklin's shoes is Officer Simone Willis. Willis got her exposure to serving and policing during a program in 5th grade.
Just to see the positivity of policing at such a young age kind of propelled me to want to become a police officer.
IMPD is budgeted for just over 1,700 police officers. Right now, they're at 1,663 officers, and they're expecting more retirements. So the department is launching a bigger initiative to attract new talent and upping the pay. Under the new pay scale, first-year recruits will make $51,000 per year instead of the current $39,466. And the pay jumps from there. This year, IMPD has the goal of hiring 75 new recruits by June and 75 more in December. Willis says the best part of her day is working in her community.
Days when I come in contact with family members, and to sit there and be able to talk to people and get to learn about the people in the area or in the neighborhood is exciting. It's fun.
As for who she hopes will take the opportunity and join the force,
somebody that is definitely community driven, somebody that has a heart for the people that they want to serve.
And we thank you for your service. That was Lauren Casey reporting. Retired Officer Franklin says another perk of the job is the pension for retirement. IMPD is accepting new applications to the end of March. If you're interested in becoming an officer with Metro Police, we have a link for you to apply, plus more information at hiringhoosiers.com. You're watching the Hiring Hoosiers Report only on RTV6.
Bubbles, checkers and rallies. Fast foodies know the deal.
This week, as Hiring Hoosiers continues, another recruitment effort that's paying off. More people interested in filling the need for HVAC technicians. The applicants hungry for a new opportunity and jumping at the chance for free training. That's tomorrow on Good Morning Indiana, beginning at 6 a.m. and then, of course, here at 7 on your nightly Hiring Hoosiers report. Hey, put this on your calendar, pretty please. The Crane Naval Center is looking to hire engineers in Southwest Indiana and is holding a career fair. The military facility hoping to nab more electrical and mechanical engineers. It's hosting a career fair on March the 14th from 3 to 6 p.m. That's at the Westgate Academy and Conference Center at Crane. Kevin?
Hey.